There he is. What are you telling me, Julio?
Hey, man.
What's poppin'?
How's it? SK, your name's Sparky, right?
Yeah. Same person. Common confusion.
I want to know at what point, right, it was cool for you to lie and say that you had my permission to buy a house, especially when it was the house that we were looking to buy.
Okay, that second part is a very unfortunate situation. Basically, look, I'm gonna cut it to you straight, Julio. We looking for houses. We're expanding our operation. And funnily enough, this is actually not the first time this has happened where we've had exactly this parallel situation. We outgrowing where we are. We was looking around. I texted you earlier. I think you saw that, or maybe didn't see that. I don't know, because you didn't shout at me when you woke up. Asking to talk to you. And then I spoke to Andy as well today at the hospital about
She's
also
not part of our gang
Yeah,
anymore.
she let me know that. She said that. She said, I'm retired. Go speak to Julio. We operate on a very fast basis when we need to get shit done. We saw that house in Paleto, right? We had every intention of coming and having conversations with you and also, I forget the name of their crew, but Glorion and those people. We actually ended up speaking to them. Yeah, the guild. We actually ended up speaking to them.
There's also two other gangs that live up here that are very unhappy, but we'll continue.
Who's that?
Well, hold on. I'll let you finish before I tell you. Go, keep going.
Yeah, well, I don't know who they is right now, but you know, we operate on basis of who we have relationships with, which is, you know, after the situation we had, you guys kind of tried to de-escalate and became nice, and we, you know, made some deals, and I thought, okay, cool, I'll give HOA the gratitude of a conversation and also the guild, because we've always been blessed with them. Couldn't get hold of you, so we just kind of put one foot in front of the other, didn't slow down our progress, and just had to go ahead with it, you know, because we didn't want to lose the opportunity to get a property that we've been eyeing up. Especially because we saw multiple people going and viewing that property as well, even in the last like 24 hours.
My people.
No, I've seen people outside of your people seeing it as well. It's been like that property's been hotcakes. Ruby did 2 showings today of that same property. So obviously you can see why that would put us in a bit of motion. To be honest with you though, like I'll be real. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you either. Had I have spoke to you first and you said that you wanted that property and that was the one you were saving up for, I probably would have said to everyone, look, let's look elsewhere. Obviously, the situation is now unfolded how it's unfolded. So there's not really, you know, a remedy there in that sense.
And there is a bit of a remedy. And also there's even more issues now because now our neighbors that, well, I wouldn't say our neighbors, your neighbors that completely surround your house, which are cops, are wondering who are these people that buy the house? Wait, Tessa? Tessa's not a cop, man. I'm talking about like the fucking chief of police or whatever the fuck he is.
Who?
And like 2 other fucking groups of cops. Yeah, that guy.
Right.
Yeah.
So what's that
and
like?
And like 2 other groups of cops.
So you trying to like scare me off with cops?
The house,
like what?
No,
what is
I don't give a fuck. I'm letting you know. 1, that the cop, you're literally surrounded by cops. 2, you still lied about me giving you permission, and that's not gonna fly. I don't know like why you had to do what you had to do.
Yeah, I needed to get that house ASAP, and I got it ASAP.
The small relationship that we had going, and we're building upon, and then use my name to lie to other people saying that you had my permission to buy a house when you didn't, instead of just waiting like, what is it, 2 hours maybe?
This is a very, very similar situation that we found ourselves in with GSF. And like I said the same thing to them. I could sit here and I could go back and forth with you. When we have our eye on something, we have our eye on something. The way we move and where we're based is going to be maybe a different sort of situation that you have got going on in Paleto. I understand there's a community there. You can say, right, there's cops around us, this, that, and the other. None of that really bothers us. You know, we make moves based on what we got going on, and that played into our plan. That's where we went. I get why you'd be, you know, annoyed that I mentioned your name. That's fair enough. I see that. But ultimately, I rode with what I felt like I needed to do. Like you say about the relationship as well, right? Like, I'll be very, very real with you. The relationship we had with you, I woke up, I got brought forward a bunch of problems that had been created by your people. and I was told, look, the way that they carried themselves with us, well, I got told you came to my ends and put my people on the floor.
Yeah.
And then
we worked through that.
Yeah, the reason we worked through it is because there was a U-turn, right? So this is what I was brought forth. You guys came with that energy and you hurt my people. I see that as a big thing, but bigger than that, you come into where we live, where we sleep, where we lay our head, and doing that is a crazy thing for me, right? So when that was brought for me, I'll be real with you. My energy was, why have you squashed this? I really wasn't happy about that at all. And then I got told, you know, they switched up their energy. They're a nice group of people. We made some good deals with them. We actually want to, you know, they got stuff to offer us. And I was like, right, I'll believe you. If they're being nice, I'm cool with that. We'll let it slide. It be what it be. That to me was put to bed on the basis of what my boys had told me. So like, in my eyes with you, obviously we were relationship building, but that bridge was not perfect. And that was on your side.
Wait, what?
You came to our turf and hurt my people, yes or no?
Yeah.
So respectfully, I was going to speak to you.
Yeah. I
ultimately
spoke to Steven, who said he was in charge.
Yeah, he's second in command.
Oh, he said he was in charge.
If I'm not there, he's in charge.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And he made it clear to me that, look, I know he's a hothead. He was like, look, if I thought it was a situation where we needed to go do something else, we would. And I took his word for it. I was like, yeah, that's cool. We don't need to do nothing. And that relationship is something we was going to build, yeah?
Uh-huh.
It's just the timing, bro. Like, we had to roll with it. We had to get it done. We got the money together in a real hurry. I'll be real, like 20 minutes before tsunami. Bought a house with a super temporary clean person, being Kitty. And then got it off her name quickly.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Gigi.
No, Gigi is not a clean person.
No, I know that she is because Kitty told me.
Well, Kitty's literally told you a blind face lie because she's absolutely not a clean person.
Okay. I mean, all right.
She comes and robs laundromats and various other fucking facilities. That would be the worst clean person ever.
Okay. I mean, all right, man, I'll take your word for it.
Look, this is where I stand. This is what we said to GSF, right? Because we had a similar situation with GSF. Depending on you know how much that property holds value to you, I'm not against the conversation. Like, there's other properties, right? I want to know what you want from there. Like, is it important to you?
To be honest, because yes, it is.
Is it Paleto that's important to you? Is it that specific property? Is it the whole area?
The whole city is important to us, right? Now, had we had this conversation, I would have told you, all right, look, maybe not this property, but this, like any other property, or these properties are perfectly fine and let you do your thing. The issue is you lied to multiple people and said that you put my name on the fucking line about getting my permission when you didn't.
I manipulated.
I wouldn't have done that shit. I wouldn't have done that shit to you all either at all. No, it's definitely multiple people because I got told by the guild. I got told by Kitty. I got told by fucking God, I forgot who the fuck they were. I got told by a third fucking group.
You got told by 3 different people.
Yes.
That I said that.
Yes. 3 different groups of people because I'm not gonna count the. Technically speaking, I don't know how many people you're talking to when the guild was there. But I'm sure it was more than just one.
I spoke to the guild and I said I was pending conversation with you. I spoke to Kitty and manipulated it. I'm not going to shy away from that.
Okay.
I mean, ultimately, it boils down to we have the house right now. You want the house. So what's the situation? Play it out for me. What do you want from it?
Ideally, you move to a different house, man. Right? Like, I don't care if it's up here in Paleto. Like, I'd welcome it. But, again, that specific house is a no-go. You know what I mean? And that's where the issue rises up. Because we could have avoided this whole thing had you waited a little bit to have this conversation with me. Or just been front forward with the guild when you were talking to them.
I'd already bought a house by the time I spoke to the guild.
Yeah, that's, again, the whole, you should have waited a little bit.
Trust me, an ideal situation would have been that, but we genuinely believe we didn't have the ability to wait on that one. If I thought we could have waited, we would have, bro. Like, it was a hot commodity in our eyes, you know? Seeing people viewing it is just one of them. Like I say, look, we have it, you want it, money talks.
Yeah.
I'm happy to hear out offers. Like, we ain't set up shop there yet. Obviously, it's just an empty box right now. It's taken. I would, you know, I'm not trying to pocket watch, but I would assume if it was still up for sale, the funds weren't there for you to get it yet. But I'm open to offers.
Oh, our funds were there. It's just it was more of a communal thing. That's where the fucking issues rising up. This was.
Do you mind me asking?
This was gonna be. Yeah.
Was it just the HOA house, by the way, that was gonna be, or is that a whole wide up?
No, this was a whole wide Paleto thing. So this isn't just an issue with me right now. This was gonna be like a fucking town hall sort of thing.
So what goes on in Paleto? Like, explain it to me a little bit, because I'll be honest with you, outside of HOA and only recently Jaeger's people, I don't know who lives there.
A lot of fucking groups, man. I'm not gonna speak for them or whether or not they want other people to know that fucking they're up here, but there's 4 total groups in here right now. And you kind of purchased the town hall.
Well, that sounds like I could get a decent fatty offer from them then. If 4 groups putting money together, that's a lot of cash.
Or you could never use this house at the end of the day.
I mean, bro, our time zones don't collide that much when I need to be using that house.
Oh, I don't think that's gonna be much of a problem.
I mean, I
don't think it's my time zone they have to worry about. Yeah, because most people are out doing other things, brother. I'll be real with you.
This is the thing, bro. If you want to wave around threats, you can wave around threats. I said it once, I'll say it again. The house is in our name. The ball's in your court. If you want the house, obviously we're gonna need some sort of coherence from your side. Like, we're not gonna sell the house to you, bro. I will quite happily leave that house an empty box and just have it to be a petty prick. If that's the direction you want to push it, I'm happy to do that.
No, that's fine.
But like, ultimately, I don't mind the idea of giving it back to you for the right price. I can do it, but I don't want none of the threats. I don't want none of the bollocks.
Yeah, I'll give you $1.
Would you do 50 cents?